I have changed my methods tremendously over the years. I lectured. I came into class every day and I lectured for an hour or more, depending on the class. And over time, I became quite dejected because nobody seemed to find my lectures as interesting as I did. And I felt like I needed to do something to get my students more involved. And so at this point now, I lecture 1 out of 3 days a week, and the other 2 days I do workshops. We do hands-on laboratory-style work where we take primary sources and we debate them and we interrogate them and we interpret them. I do this. My classes are typically very large, and it can be chaotic at times, but I've learned to appreciate the chaos, and my students have responded well. They like that they're not going to come into my class and be passive learners. They like coming in and getting their hands dirty and debating and arguing with one another. That's one thing. Something else that I've learned over the past couple semesters in teaching large classes, something I'm trying to do is to make my classes seem smaller. So communication is the best way for me to do this. As much work as it may seem, I use some software that simplifies this for me, but I typically email every student at least once or twice a week. I tell them what their grades are. If they're not doing well, I tell them that they're not doing well and that my expectations are that they will improve. And this is how they can improve. And I give them different options to meet with their teaching assistants, to meet with me. And what this bombardment of email communication does is it makes the large class feel smaller, and it makes the students more accountable. So really, for me, it's been an effort at letting students do the work of history themselves instead of just hearing about it. It's been communicating with the students. And then lastly, I have endeavored quite a bit over the last several semesters to use popular culture to reinforce what I talk about in my lectures. Trying to meet the students where they are, whether it be through a television program or a movie, whether it's through music or something else, but helping them to make those connections between the past and the present, and to show that we're not all that different all the time from those people that have preceded us.